Winter gone, now a summer. Ride out the big bike and the Hummer. So call up all the crew, tell every fat pussy girl, tell you all of them stuff come here. Because it's summertime.
Here you go, like a laugh and stuff. So you just put in them little slice there now.
I'm Saisha, and I'm here today with Chapanore.
Bless
And I personally know Chapanore as a friend, as another Toronto artist, as well as a producer. I personally worked with him on a few of my own personal projects, so you can check out that information later on YouTube. So I'm here with Chapanore today to actually get some of his fans and some of the viewers to know a little bit more about who Chapanore, also known as Puppy Chapanore, is. So I'm going to start off with a couple questions, and hopefully the fans will be able to get to know a little bit more about him and kind of where he is at this stage in his career. So Chapanore, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, and as you can see, we chose a great, beautiful day today, poolside, water, great weather.
It's sunny.
I think it's a good vibe already. So let's get into some questions. So my first question to you is, what is your inspiration to pursue being a reggae dancehall artist?
Well, my inspiration to pursue being a reggae artist? Well, from the day I was born, it's like music is in my blood. And when you say the greatest inspiration, I would say my greatest inspiration is Tiger and Bob Marley. You understand? Those two guys are done a lot to me because there was nowhere I could go as a kid not imitating Hey Patsy and you girl. You understand? I sing Tiger song everywhere. You understand? So big up yourself, Tiger.
All right, and I definitely love Bob Marley and Tiger as well.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of artists out there, and it's so hard to name a top 5 or even a top 2 because there's a lot of greats. So some of my questions today are very random and just very different. So I'm kind of going to come at you from different angles to kind of catch you off guard and also to get viewers to see the real, natural you and answering some of these questions.
Well, I know.
All right. So my next question to you is, what advice do you have for young Jamaican artists who come from Jamaica, growing up in Canada with music, like yourself?
Well, the advice I would have for them is like, from you have your dream, it's a dream. So you never give up on it because you don't know when you're going to reach. You understand? And I would say, just keep on doing what you're doing. But from you love it, as I say, keep it up. You don't know when your success is there. You understand?
Right. All right, so my next question is, how do you feel that you give back to the community with your talent?
How do I feel I give back to the community with my talent? Well, I don't reach nowhere yet to give back to the community with my talent. I would love to be in that position, you understand? Because my way of giving back is a whole lot, you understand? So when that time comes and I'm in that position, I will give back to the community. But for now, I hope the community appreciate what I'm doing.
Well, I would say that I think you are giving back when you give your music, because sometimes you're giving positive messages, and giving back is not always a financial way. So have you done any performances in the city?
Well, for the past year, I haven't done no performance in the city. The other day, Kalada was here. I don't remember the date, but it's like a few weeks ago. Yeah, I do a little pre-appearance on the show, not even much. You understand? But look out for Chapanore and the Gate show. You understand? The 2nd of August.
All right, okay. What do you enjoy the most about music, recording or producing?
Well, I have a passion for music, so what do I enjoy? I enjoy everything, the whole word music, just spell it, and that's me. Yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah.
All right, so so do you think that you enjoy the music side, as in recording, or do you enjoy producing?
Well, I enjoy everything. That's why I get into producing from the get-go, because I always want to know how the song was composed and everything. I just don't want to be the writer. I just want to be the guy who make music.
Versatile.
Yeah, versatile.
Beautiful. Okay, so I think a lot of your fans and a lot of people want to know the answer to this question. And I want to know, why do you call yourself Puppy Chapanore?
Well, this always comes up in a lot of interviews. Why do I call myself Puppy Chapanore? Again, as I say, you have dog. Dog is an animal, but I'm human. You understand? So, why do I call myself Puppy Chapanore now? As a kid, I used to love the shoes that them called Hush Puppy. Because of those shoes, it's like, I have the red, the green, the blue, Even my brother did have one, I'm gonna take it to it. You understand? Just because I love Hush Puppy. So, there you go. Chapanore.
Right. At this point, 'cause I know you mentioned before you like some of the greats growing up, but at this stage in your career, in this year, this decade, this time, who is your hero at this point that you would say that's still, they could be living? I prefer if they're living. Like, who would you say is your hero at this point?
Who is my hero? My hero is my mother. You understand? But my musical hero, I would say no. Who am I hero? I would give it to Shabba Ranks.
Okay.
Shabba Ranks, right?
Shabba?
Yeah.
All right. All right. My next question is, what are some of the biggest challenges you face in music in Canada as an artist? And do you feel that these challenges would also apply to you if you were living in Jamaica?
No. If I was living in Jamaica, I'll be on a bigger scale. I'll be out there a long time because the persistence that I have in Canada, if I have that drive in Jamaica, I'll be way bigger than I am right now. It's just because I am in Canada. I'll put it that way.
So would you say being in Canada doing music is a barrier, or do you feel that there are some natural barriers that come into it, like that play into the picture? Because I know dancehall in Jamaica is really one of Jamaica's predominant forms of exposure for music, and that is the place to be for the most part with reggae music.
Well, I wouldn't say a barrier is in Canada, but the place to be is Jamaica for the music to like surface and have a forefront for people to grasp to it, because the music leave Jamaica and then come overseas. So it's like we are reversing it right now, doing it from Canada, taking it to Jamaica. You understand? But it still can work, because look at that guy, sing Nobody Have to Know. Like, what's his name? Cranium or whatever. He's not Jamaican, but he's Jamaican American. Not
But he started his...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But he do his songs, and you understand, which a lot of artists that happens too.
Okay, so let's hope all the best that the Jamaican community that's listening to this will embrace your music even further and help with that extra push.
Yes.
So my next question now is, why did you decide to make a mixtape instead of an LP or an album?
Well, make a mixtape right now. I'm trying to get familiar with people, and people trying to get familiar with me. So from the get-go, it's like when you listen to my mixtape, it's like you're hearing a lot about Chapanore. You understand? So I'll think to do a LP in the next 2 to a year right now, but for now I choose to do a mixtape to get familiar with the fans, and the fans get familiar with me and socialize. You understand?
All right. So where can people buy your mixtape and get access to previewing it to listen?
Well, you can get access to it on SoundCloud, or you can go on iTunes. By the 26th of this month, you get it pre-ordered on iTunes. And well, soon I'll put it up on YouTube, so you can go and get something. YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. It's on
what
a
about
lot
your
of stuff.
local market? Like, can they get it in stores or any stores at this point?
No, it's not like get it in stores right now. I can get it to you. You understand? Because I like interact personal. So when I give you a CD as a fan, I know who I give a CD. The fan know me. So it's like we build a relation from there. You understand? Instead of the fan just go and buy the CD and don't know the person who they buy on the CD. They get to meet me as well as they get my CD.
So it's like word of mouth advertising almost in a sense for the local fans. So I can get my mixtape copy very soon.
No, your mixtape there already. You understand? But for everybody else, go get one. You can't look for it. Chapanore will meet you at every dance.
All right. So definitely the promoters that are watching this as well, make sure you get Chapanore's information, and also you can put that push out for the events as well.
Yeah.
So my next question is, how long have you been in the industry of dancehall music?
Hold on, I was saying since '83. So it's like from the day I'm born. But
He only looks young.
yeah.
He's doing the right thing.
Yeah, since '83.
Okay.
Chapanore.
All right. So my next question is, what other Canadian artists have you collaborated with musically or in videos? Just give some names out there so those Canadian artists can also get some exposure. Who can you give as names?
Well, who have I collab with? I've collabed with like Sample King.
Sample
I've
King.
collabed with
Alright.
like Ayada. I've collided with like James Brown. I've collided with Young Rich. I've Collaborate a lot of artists, Canadian artists. Don't get vexed with a name in a car, but and I've worked with a lot of Canadian artists.
That's the key
You
word
understand?
too, because I think that not only because you do the music, we have to
Yeah.
appreciate the producing side, because even if you're not actively vocal on the scene, you're still actively behind the scenes. So I think
Yes.
that there's a lot more names that
Yes.
once we check into your
Yes,
studio,
you will
there's
find
a
out.
huge
Yes,
industry of
yes,
artists that you
yes,
personally have met
Yes,
with.
because I have the what you call the door fame.
All
Everybody
right.
come and write the name.
All right, so that I think people can find that out later on with your studio, and that's if they come to the studio, they can
Yes.
see it personally.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And you should come to the studio.
All right, we'll get more into that a little bit later. My next question is, do you see yourself going internationally with your music to Europe and even further in the Caribbean? Because I know Jamaica is your hometown, your birthplace, the main avenue for dancehall, but I think that sometimes for extended exposure, it's so great when you can go to international countries like in Europe and have the European fans and even into the other parts of the world. So I'm just thinking, like, how do you plan on expanding from outside of Jamaica and Canada to get international exposure?
Well, I'm in Canada right now, which Canada is a multicultural place, which I mean people from everywhere.
All
So
right.
it's like I'm kind of getting a bit of that exposure, but not on the mainstream, you understand? But I would want to be on the mainstream internationally, you understand? So I'm trying to do good music for now and trying to hopefully you can see Chapanore on the international scene soon.
All right, I look forward to it. It's always good for that global citizenship to be able to branch
Yeah.
out. Love it. My next question is, who is your target audience when you're making music, and who are you trying to attract with Chapanore Records?
Well, I try to attract fans. I don't put an age on my music because I have young fans, I have old fans, I have every fans. You understand? I just have music fans. So I sing songs for everybody.
Okay, because I noticed that some of your music might be explicit at times, especially with your songs to the ladies and maybe some of your...
We don't slander ladies or bash the ladies. We don't do that. We love the ladies. Chapanore love y'all. You understand? It's just that it's real life. You understand? If a man not like when a girl make him feel nice, I lie him a tell. You
So your
understand?
songs are truth-based.
My
I
songs are
love
just
it.
truth. Everything when I'm a song
Okay, all right. So I needed to make that clear because
Clear.
sometimes it's sexually explicit, sometimes it's
kids,
whatever.
not for you.
So there is a age restriction with Chapanore's music.
Yes.
So be open-minded, I think
Yes,
is.
we have PG-13 and we have R-rated.
All right. Okay. So my next question is, okay? So other than dancehall, who do you? What other forms of music do you do? Like other genres? Have you ever tried R&B? Have you tried rap? Have you tried to blend anything?
Well, I don't try R&B. I sing R&B.
Okay,
You understand? I have a
alright.
lot of R&B songs. Like, you understand? How do I? If you listen to that song, it's like a mixture of R&B and reggae. Like, I have a lot of songs that I sing. But you understand? So you can go and check it out. YouTube, Google.
Okay. So again, when I asked you the question about music, I just want to touch base on it again. A lot of your music is sometimes explicit, but I mean, do you have any like soft rock for like the older generation, or do you have any like pop fun songs for kids or like families that sometimes want to just put your CD in or even play any of your songs and just listen?
That one I name move to the left, myself move to the right, do the Chapanore, myself do it all night, do the
Alright.
cha 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 Chapanore. You know, that's kids friendly. Because if you look at the video now, there's a lot of kids in it dancing and it's
Okay.
radio appropriate. It's just clean and just kids friendly. The kids
Alright.
them love it.
So Chapanore, I would say that you're a well-rounded artist that is versatile and that all ages can listen to your material.
All ages.
Beautiful. All right, so my next question is, do you have a team or is your music solo? Is Puppy Chapanore just one man, or is it like, do you have a supporting team that you have with you as well?
Well, I would say I still have a supporting team, you understand? Because like, I was in Flavor first, but now I'm doing Chapanore Records. I'm a manager by the name of Omar, which is on the other side pushing my next associate, Chulo Blacks, right now. But for now I'm in Canada, it's like I'm doing me right now, you understand? So it's like I'm an independent artist for now. You understand? Pushing Chapanore and Chapanore Records to the forefront.
Beautiful. So independent artist, producer, quite a resume.
Quite a resume.
Beautiful. Okay, so with your current projects right now, like what would you say is next for you with, like today is today, but I mean like what is your next step? You have the mixtape on the go. Obviously getting it out there is one thing, but like what is on the go for you next?
What is on the go for me next? A compilation album, because, not album, compilations, mixtape, because I have a lot of compilation tracks with a lot of artists and I would like to just put out that mixtape for now. After the compilation mixtape, then come the LP.
So an album is in the works.
Is in the works.
All right, and those are always challenging, so you gotta always make sure you have the right things in place, and I like that you're doing things in stages, you're not rushing.
No.
You've been in the music scene a long time, but you know the hard work that's invested that you need to put in. Beautiful, I love it. My next question is, tell us about your studio and your journey to getting it where it is today, because I remember, I have to say this before you answer, when I was recording with you, you had a microphone, you had something in place that I could stand in to record as a poet, music, and even though it's a different genre, you were still supportive. And even my song, Jamaican Joy, you co-written. So fans, he is a co-writer, he's a producer, he's an artist, he's in videos. I mean, he's a family man. I mean, he's a friend, he's a great guy. So I think that, tell us a little bit about the journey, because I've seen it today and it is amazing to see that you've had so much progression. So tell everybody where you started from and where you are today.
Well, as we say, my house just started the foundation and the man have to lay the block. You understand? So I didn't start chopping the records with nothing. You understand? One day I just said, you know what? I don't need nobody to record me no more. But from the day, everybody know Chapanore from Jamaica days, and I'm a bedroom from Portmore. Bedroom was studio. Anybody who know me know that, and it never changed. Right now in Toronto, my bedroom was my studio. Till it got to my basement. You understand? So right now you can't come and stand in a booth. She tell us that I do used to have a mic someplace that you just stand up. Right now you can't close the door. You can't look at me through the glass. Right now everything is in process. The house built now.
All right, so I'm sure that you're probably going to have some images or pictures probably online to kind of promote it. So we're just giving an extra shout out for the studio. I've been there myself. It is a great place to go and record. There's comfort chairs. There's a place that you could stand in a room now. So I mean, like, definitely progression is key, and this man is making his move. So my next question is, do you have any other talents to add to your versatile resume as it is that I haven't already mentioned?
Well, I'm an actor as well. You understand? You're gonna see it soon. Because right now we have in process, we have some scene that come up. You understand? The name of the movie I make it in about the fans are gonna keep entertained. We have a whole heap of theatrics for everybody.
Alright, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so my last question is, how can your fans and other people see your work and hear it? Do you have Twitter you want to just give a shout out to? Instagram, Facebook? Do you have a website, YouTube? List whatever people can reach you at. The number for the studio maybe if you feel comfortable, but whatever information that people can reach you at, let it out.
Alright. For now, I don't remember the number because I don't know my own number. That's why I'm a business card, but I got it up on the screen soon. But what may I say still, you can find me at Twitter, Chapanore, Puppy Chapanore at Twitter, Instagram at Chapanore, Facebook, Puppy Chapanore, I'm a fan page, Puppy. You understand?
And that's P-U-P-P-I for puppy.
Yeah, not P-U-P-P-Y. That's the animal. Now this one is a human being. You understand?
Yeah.
P-U-P-P-I.
Alright, so YouTube, you have a YouTube channel as well?
Yeah, YouTube, Chapanore, Puppy Chapanore. It's like when you press Google, Google just have everything in a one link. I'll link in, you get my band in. You understand everything. So they on everything. Just think of it.
Alright, so the ladies can also see some images of you on Google if they want to. So yeah, so there it is, everybody. Puppy Chapanore, aka Chapanore, also known as having Chapanore Records. The name should sink in by now, Puppy Chapanore. I'm Empress Aisha, a friend, an artist who's collaborated and worked with Puppy Chapanore as well, and we're doing a lot more fun.
My style well keen, well fresh and clean, so everything well put together. That no in a my crew, no one bag a man pair. Girl to man and man to woman. That's why them a pick on me King Solomon. That's how me say me the pan. Because it's summertime now. Any girl me say I'm mine now.